Hey everybody, as we get going today, a couple of little funnies and this Holy Humor Week. What do you call a line of guys waiting to get a haircut? A barbecue. What did the impatient barber say to his customer? Let's cut this short. So my dad always used to tell me, hurry up and learn patience. Patience. That's what we're having to experience right now. One of the great terms that I've heard and come across, and people are using it in context with this point in time with coronavirus, is liminal time or liminal space. The word liminal literally means a threshold, that we're on a threshold of a new time, a new way of doing things in our society, that there's going to be some transformation, that things probably won't return to exactly as they were before this time. There are going to be things that have long-lasting effects and changes in our lives. Liminal, so we're in this liminal time, we're this liminal space before we know what's going to be revealed. And liminal time is hard time. It's waiting. It's not knowing. It's the chrysalis that has the transformation going inside of it, and you can't force it. You can't rush it. You can't peek inside. You just cause the creature, whatever it is in that in between space, it won't become the butterfly. And it's like the seed that's germinating and hasn't yet begun to sprout up, but it's coming. So we're in this liminal space, this waiting time. In Scripture, sometimes we talk about it on Holy Saturday, that Jesus in that tomb, between the crucifixion and the resurrection, there's this liminal time. This space of transformation. After escaping from Egypt, the Hebrew people in the wilderness for a long time, 40 years, this liminal space between having escaped, not going back to that anymore, to the ways of Egypt, and not quite knowing what the new ways are going to be in the promised land, this time of waiting. Joyce Rupp, Catholic sister and author, just wonderful. She's got this wonderful book, Little Pieces of Light, Darkness, and Personal Growth. Joyce Rupp has some Iowa connections. I've been familiar with her for a long time. Love all of her stuff. Great spiritual awareness and person and director. She talks about liminal time, and she says it's the waiting room of transformation. I like that, the waiting room. I spent a lot of time in waiting rooms as a pastor with people in ICUs, people undergoing surgeries, all kinds of events in people's lives, and waiting for medical appointments, and just how hard it is during that waiting time. You do maybe what you guys are doing now. You read, you watch TV, you do word searches, you distract yourself, you talk to people, you try to take care of yourself in a long wait of eating well and making sure you're getting sleep and exercise. But there's another thing about liminal time, when you know you're in it, kind of this dark period where what it's going to be like is not yet clear. What the changes are going to be for you, you don't really know what they're going to be. You know they're coming. One of the things that can help is to really focus on your ability to let go. This process that if you cling too tightly to what had always been before, to what you're familiar with, to what you're comfortable with, then when the new changes come, then you're going to be just kind of battered around, like you're going against the tide instead of going with the flow. and trusting that where you're going, what's going to happen, you're going to be okay. God's going to be with you, and you can have some transformation and embrace change and what's over the threshold in a positive way. So there's this matter of letting go. I found this poem called Allow that's really pretty sweet about this, and it's by a woman, Dana Faulds, Faulds, and the poem is called Allow. There is no controlling life. Try controlling a lightning bolt containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting all in the wild and the weak, letting it all in, the wild and the weak and the fear, fantasies, failure and success. When loss rips off the doors of the heart, or sadness veils your vision with despair, practice becomes simply breathing and bearing the truth in the choice to let go of the known way of being. The whole world is revealed to your eyes. May it be so for you in this liminal space, this little liminal time, that you'll see your transformation and fly like a butterfly.